I'm gonna try this again. I think my camera overheated. Let's see for how long it stays on before it overheats again. Sorry for the inconvenience. See if I can get this thing put on before it overheats on me. I'm gonna clean this pipe off real good. I'm gonna try to solder it, and if I can get that going, this is half the battle. Basically just reversing the process. I got a little drippage of water there. I hope that doesn't affect me soldering this thing. Should have no water coming through that pipe. So that's the problem right there. That valve is not shutting down completely, and I know that's going to give a problem. I already can see that's going to give a problem. Hopefully I can get it hard enough where that little bit of water won't make too much of a difference. But some people say put bread in there. I don't have any bread today, so we're going to have to improvise on this one. We're going to get all that water out as much as we can just before we solder. We're going to heat it up hot enough that that water's going to melt, and then we're good to go. So let me turn this bad boy all the way around one more turn. Got to get it in there. Got to get it in there. Got to get it all the way around. I don't know, maybe I could do a second turn. We'll see. Yeah, maybe I can get one more out of it. I don't know. We're gonna try. That's not gonna happen. Oh, maybe we can. There we go. We got one more. Good pull. Good one. A real good one. Let's see where we're at. I'm gonna have to back it back a little bit, just line it up, but that's not a problem. I already got the bulk of it in there. Let's see where we're at. As long as I can push this in when I'm soldering, which I think I can. Yeah, I think I can get that in there. Just put some flux on it, heat it up. Got my can of flux over here. Gonna put some of this, gonna put flux on both sides, inner and outer. Not a lot, just enough. You don't need too much. Too much flux is not good. Just enough to, that's enough to touch it. Same thing over here, flux. Alright, now I got my solder, I got my cloth. This is going to be going right in there. Heat this bad boy up as much as you can. That should be good. It's kind of tap it up a little bit. Wipe it off a little bit and let it cool naturally. Don't shock the pipe. Do not shock this pipe. You do not need any water to help cool itself off. If it needs help cooling it off, then we got a problem. Going to do the same thing over here. Gonna get this pipe in here. Gonna heat it up. Tap it down and go from there. Same exact thing. It's a little slanted, but I think I can tap that pipe in there. Yeah, I think I can get it in there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. That's all we need. Just give it a little flux around the edge. I'm going to tell him he needs to change his smoke detector battery or carbon battery, whatever that is beeping. There's no way that there's 2 of them going off. So that means he hasn't been checking on his property the way he should be. Alright, so that part is done. Now, before you light the tank and do all that crazy stuff, you really should, well, first you got to connect the gas line, obviously. So we're going to go down here and connect the gas line. And we're going to connect this little union right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to connect that bad boy up. And we don't light the pilot until we get water in the tank. Not like this pilot until you get water inside the tank. And there's a reason why they tell you to do it that way. Unless you want to avoid your warranty. Now, if you're not sure of your connection, this is like a compression fitting. You don't need any pipe dope or anything. It's a metal to metal contact. Metal to metal. That's all you need. That's all it takes. I'm gonna put this drip loop up. I'm calling it a drip loop. Temperature and pressure relief valve thingy. I'm gonna put that bad boy up there. And I'm gonna open this valve up and I'm gonna start letting the water in. So get some of that water inside the tank. I always keep this valve open so it relieves the pressure inside the tank. If you close that valve, pressure will build up inside the tank, which is not good. Always leave that valve open till it's full. Alright. I'm going to take this cover off right here, and I'm come back and get ready to light the pilot in a second. Lighting the pilot is pretty simple. Let me show you guys, for those of you who never lit the pilot before. You basically want to turn the valve to pilot. Let me step on this because there's a lot of water on the ground. So I'm just kneeling on some styrofoam. That's what I'm kneeling on. That little crackle you heard is styrofoam. So I want to find my pilot. That's where it is, right there. Okay, that's pilot. So that's pilot. I want to hold that in for about let's say 1 minute. Enough to bleed all the air from here. You got to bleed all the way down and out. So it takes about 1 minute for all that air to go through that little small tube right here. There's a small little tube that goes to the pilot. That little small tube is what you just bleeding the air out of. Now, hit the clicker and see if you get any ignition. If you see if you have a blue flame in it, then you're good. Not yet. Try it again. No blue flame. Looking for the blue flame. Oh, know what it is? I didn't open the gas valve. Silly me, huh? There we go. That makes a big difference. It makes a big difference if you open the valve or not. If you don't open the valve, you're not going to get anything coming out of there. But I know how long it takes for it to come down. And if I don't see it, you can do it one-handedly too. Okay, blue flame, we got a blue flame. And this thing should flash blue too. This little thing here should kind of, sometimes they flash it, sometimes they stay blue, but hold this down for another 30 seconds before you open it up all the way. Once you got enough water, at least halfway in the tank, you should be fine. But you don't want to be heating up an empty tank, because that will definitely cause a problem. So it's lit. I'm going to put this on. What has that one on? B. So put it on B. Put it right on B. So there we go. We have that installed. Put the little flute. You hear the water coming to the end. Put this little contraption on top. I'm going to move this up here for a second. Alright, so it's in there. So let's make sure there's no leaks. So far so good. I don't see any leaks, which is a very good thing. If you see a leak, then you're gonna have a problem. Open that all the way up now. I got my temperature pressure valve. You can hear the air escaping out the bottom. See the air coming out the bottom down there? It's all the air that's inside the tank. So now that it's filling to the top, I'm gonna shut that tank down. It's almost there. All right, we can shut this down now. Let it fully pressurize. Double check for any leaks. Wow, not too bad for a hack, huh? For a guy that don't know what he's doing. I should put a screw in here. There was no screw here, but you should have at least one screw in this bad boy here. But it's not gonna make a major thing, but you should have a screw in there. Not bad. It's fully in operation now. This should be changed. I'm gonna let him know that this thing here should be changed. The reason why, I see holes inside here. And if you have a hole in here, potentially you have carbon monoxide escaping out of there, which is not good. That's not a good thing to have. He needs to do an inspection down here, clean up some of the cobwebs on the boilers as well. I'm gonna let him know. He's one of those kind of landlords that don't want to listen to you, but all I can do is tell him what I see and go from there. I would change this to a ball valve eventually, because that eventually is going to give him a problem too. I would put a ball valve on both sides, to be honest with you. Put a ball valve on this side, one on that side, just to isolate it completely. But other than that, we have hot water. So I'm going to go upstairs and let the tenant know in about 30 minutes she's going to have hot water. I don't know what happened to the camera. The camera shut off on me on the first one. So this is going to be a part 2. Well, I don't know how many parts it's going to be. Hopefully it's part 2. But see, those carbon monoxide or smoke detectors, whatever's beeping, that's not good either. Like, a lot of these landlords, like, they don't want to fix stuff up, which is not good, which causes a bigger problem. But I'm going to let him know about all the things I found that needs to be corrected. I should put the screw back in here, because it's lined up with the hole. I just got to push that back in there all the way. That's where the hole was. Let me put that screw back in there. At least I know I put that screw back the way it was. You don't have to put a screw in there. Can't hurt to put a screw in there. Okay, let's see if we can put this screw right in that hole, because it is like right on the money. Hey, I put it back the way I found it. That's all that counts. You should have your heaters and hot waters inspected at least once a year. At least once a year. By somebody who actually knows what they're doing. I don't call myself a technician, so I don't, not that I can't inspect it. I wouldn't want to put that in my my portfolio, even though I probably could. That's kind of, they kind of shortchanged themselves on that bend there. I guess that's okay though, from a lower to a bigger. You just can't go from a bigger to a smaller, but I guess you go from a smaller to a bigger. I would keep it all the same size, but hey, it is what it is, as long as it's working. So next time, guys, I'm Nez Porter. I just took out an old hot water heater, put in a new one. Catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.